Hey Star Citizens, Mr. Drain Duck here again. I decided to make another video on this latest update for Arena Commander, the 0.9.2. Again, what I'm probably going to be discussing here is probably nitpicking at things, but I just noticed some of the updates that I don't quite either understand or get. I'm sure with any and all updates there are things that some guys like and some don't like, but these were, I don't know, rather blatantly obvious. Some of these may also be that that's always been this way and I've just never really realized it until now. But on a couple I don't think so. The very first one I can just simply bring to your attention, as you can see here in the video, is how the coupled and G-safe and then the comms tab, or is it comms tab or comms tab? Comms tab, whichever one it is. It's X'd out, and I don't remember that being X'd out before. And it's, at first, when I had first gone into the new Arena Commander update, I went to the one of the racetracks, and the ship was just all over hell. I was like, why is the ship just... And again, I'm not even looking at that because I'm just assuming that, you know, it's what it always has been. And I'm like, why is this ship just out of control? And then comes to my attention, I see this that has to be off and then on, as you see now there. This is what you're seeing now, as far as I'm concerned, that is what has to be there as soon as you get into your ship. If you're a pilot who needs to turn those things off or whatever, you're that good of a pilot, which I'm sure there are those guys that are out there who just graduated from Top Gun school. But for the average flyer, as myself, and I'm not even average, I'm below average, but for an average pilot in this game or any flight simulator, well, I have to refer to this game because I don't think in a normal flight simulation game you may have gravity to where you don't have this coupled mode and uncoupled and G-safe and all that. So I have to, you know, bring it back to this particular game as to not everyone is that kind of a pilot where they can fly with these things off. And so it's like you think that the RSI folks would have it set here instead of there. And again, is this just nitpicking on my part? Very well, may be so, yes. But that just sort of threw me for a loop, and I don't remember that being there prior to this latest update, which we just got, what was it, a couple days ago? I think it was on Halloween, October 31st. So, yeah, again, this is just my little pet peeve that, yeah, can you turn it off simply enough? Fine, but there's just so many, especially when you're going into a dogfight, it's just one more, to me it's made it harder. Again, in the respect of that it's just one more thing you don't have to think about. You want to have that off, well then that's fine. I guess you could look at it the other way. If you want to have it on, that's fine, just simply turn it on. But I think it should start from a basic level. If you want to start tweaking during your flight or during your dogfighting or during your racing, that's on you. Then you can tweak it accordingly. But I think when, you know, any Joe Blow like myself, average, not even average pilot, gets into one of these ships, it should be set at its most basic, inferior settings, if that makes any sense at all. Another thing that I can't really show you in this video, but I'll just have to explain, is I noticed that I'm using, in fact, the Logitech Extreme 3D Pro joystick, which I've heard for what it is, for its price range, it's like one of the best out there, if not the best. again, for its price range and what it is. I've seen a lot of guys recommending it for newbies or guys who don't fly a lot, which I actually have used flight simulators in the past, just not this particular joystick, and I have to say I think it's quite awesome. Its response is amazing. Instead of going for those, I forget the name of them, but they're like based on like the A10 Warthog controls or something. Or I mean, these are guys who are, like I said, who have accomplished Top Gun school or something, you know. But anyway, getting back to the control setup, when I had first again gone in, when I went into one of the racing maps, when I first, you know, opened up the new update here for Arena Commander, the yaw and roll controls had been reversed. So yaw was roll and roll was yaw, which is, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I say, I've played some flight simulations, but I don't know many guys who are using those in that way. So that sort of, because I have never had to set up my joystick with this game. It was just automatically implemented. There was no modifications I had to do to it in any way. I mean, unless you're adding certain things, you know, if you don't like where the countermeasures button is, or the tracking button, or you know, the radar, you know, that's, you know, those type of things you can customize. But just basic flight sim controls, I had to actually switch that back to it. Now whether you guys had to do that, I have no idea. And again, this is just very borderline, not even having to mention, because it's, you know, just my little pet peeves, I guess. But it's just when they say about improving updates, it's like, really? So far there's 2 shots against their improvement that me personally, my opinion, I understand it sucks. It needs to be fixed, because, and now what's going to happen is they're going to switch the controls back, and I have to go back in and redo the controls again, which again is no big deal. It's not earth-shattering, I understand, but it's just the point of having to do it. Why would you switch something like that unless somewhere in the update they didn't realize that that's something that happened in their update? I don't know. But I've never had to switch my control setup for this particular joystick. That, you know, it just didn't have to do it. There is another thing that I want to bring up too, that I'll have to actually go back in and show you guys something that I haven't done or haven't noticed before, is when I switch my different guns. Like right now, if you can tell, I'm in an Aurora, and there's the Aurora. In fact, I just got this ship. I got this just mainly because I don't have being able to fly a ship, because all my ships are unflyable at this point, or concepts. Because I'm just not going to probably be into the whole dogfighting bit, like I've mentioned in my past videos. But I completely have lost my train of thought where I was going with this. Anyways, when you set up your weaponry, so let's say I just go straight into any ship that is flyable. I can fly the Hornet now. I think the 300i is back. You can fly. These are for people who don't have those ships, you know. And then I just happened to get this Aurora. Oh, incidentally, I did happen to pick up the Drake Herald. I couldn't resist having that ship, so I picked that up. So now I have, like, oh lord, I don't know, 8 or 9 ships. I got like 2 guys. So that ought to be interesting. Anyway, when you switch, I've noticed when you configure the weapons in a certain way that you can like take off your ship, add to your ship. Like I'm gonna go into like the Vandal Swarm simulation. It's just a drone, so, you know, it's not against other guys, just the computers. That I've been losing my ability to do the radar tracking. And that may sound strange, but the only way to show it, to do it, is to simply show you what I'm talking about. And that's been the main focus of this video, outside of my other little pet peeves of certain things. So I'm gonna push pause on the video now just so I can get to the next step to show you what I'm talking about and go through a little bit of dogfighting, and then I'll go back into the hangar, reconfigure some things on the ship, go back into the sim again against the Vandal Swarm, and I'll show you that my tracking radar doesn't work after I do that. Now, I don't know, again, this may be something that's always happened since this whole game first came out, or at least Arena Commander came out, and I just never noticed it before, or is it because of this latest patch? But I just hope that's something that's not implemented in the game, because that would, like, really suck. Is that, now I understand if you add certain things down the road, like you're replacing, you know, one thing for another, like you'd rather have a ship that's more radar based instead of a bigger gun or a different gun, then that's probably going to take the place of it. But in this particular instance, I don't see that, because we don't even have the capabilities at this point for modding our ships entirely that way, because we don't even have, you know, thruster or engine or different upgrades like that, avionic up, you know, different upgrades that we can actually interchange with different ships to even accomplish a modified setup as we would like it. So enough of me rambling, as I normally do. I'm gonna, the next time you see this, I'm gonna probably pick up in starting a Vandal Swarm session, just so I can show you that the ship that I am currently in is going to lock on, because I haven't, you know, modified or done anything to it yet. So stay tuned. I'll be right. Well, I won't be right back for you. It'll just be a continuation, but I'll be back.
Vandal Swarm.
Okay, guys, here I am back in the Vandal Swarm map. Of course, here's my comms tab, or comms tab, whatever the hell that is. So I got to switch that, as like I told you before, is driving me bonky. Okay, and so here I am looking around, blah blah blah, and even they're already, you can even see how they're already red, and this might be an update too to the arena. I don't really remember that before, but maybe that was always there. But when I go to show you later on, that what you're seeing there, that's not even going to work. Okay, after I make these modifications. Now, I haven't pushed my tracking radar thing yet either, which I'm about to do just to show you that it is working. There it is, tracking, zooms in, 3,000 plus meters, blah 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 blah. I'm not going to engage them or anything right now. It's just, in fact, I think I only have one gun set up on this. There's a reason for that too, but anyway, I just wanted to show you that that is, there tracks a closer guy because he went off a little bit too far. I just want to show you that it is working, because I've done no modifications. Like I say, everything I'm going through here, maybe this is just already a known thing, and I just have not ever been aware of it, and I'm just repeating something that someone's repeated a million times, but I don't know this, and I'm just wondering if you guys did, because it was rather disappointing to me that I couldn't modify things the way I wanted to mod them, you know, and then it didn't work. So that's pretty much the end of this section. Next time you'll see me in the hangar, where I'm going to put some different guns on this particular ship, and we'll go from there. See you in a second. Okay guys, back in the hangar again. Real quickly before I go to the table over here, I just wanted to, not that you guys have never seen this before, but I haven't seen it before in my hangar, so ta-da! The Aurora I forget what this is. The LN, and for some reason, I mean, I don't know if it's for some reason, you cannot fly this LN. It's just the one I'm flying in the Arena Commander, just the MR, I think it is. I'll find it in the little heads up thing over there. But yeah, this is my new ship that I don't know if I'll keep it or not. I mainly just got it for Arena Commander. It's only, I think it's like 35 bucks, so it's not, that big of a deal. My Freelancer Max and all that is way over there now. I can barely see the tip of it right there. The blue front, yeah, right there. Anyways, oh, and that's another thing. Oh, I already said that. I was gonna say that's another thing. How come I can't fly my LN? But I guess it's along the same lines as how come I can't fly that gorgeous thing either. So, on to the next. Anyway, I'm sure you've all done this about a bajillion times, but just had to show you. That's my one that's in the hangar right now, but this is the one I need for Arena Commander. Now, I did get, I always keep one gun on this just so I can remember that this one, if you modify this one, this is not the one that you're flying, so I always keep just a single gun on this, even though this says, whatever this says. I guess it says it here. Yeah, it says this is the LN, and this is the... I gotta put this back in... I guess you can't put it back in the pile. Anyway. Let's see, this is the LN, and this is the MR. I was right, it's the MR that you fly in Arena Commander. The LN is... the LN is unflyable at this point. Anyway, I did get some, a couple of the weapon upgrades. This Ominsky laser cannon. So I put, actually when I put, hold on, come on laser cannon, work with me. Come on Bubble. And then take this bad boy off, put another Ominsky, maybe. There you go. Now I have noticed that when I put two more of the Ominskys up here, that the tracking radar will still actually work. It's only when I put these bad boys on here, these broadswords, 11 series broadswords on here, that when when things go kaflooey. Now what's probably going to happen, because that's just the way my luck is I'm going to do all this and it's actually still going to work. But I'm hoping not. So there you go. You got these guns on here. Go to my ammo. I think these are 35 millimeter cartridges here. So I got 35 mil. I don't think there are any other 35 mils, but anyway, the weapons. This is all on. And now, with this setup, for whatever reason, because I added the ammo, because I added these specific guns, I know it's not these guns, these laser cannons, the Ominsky. I know it's not them, because if I put these where they are now and then add two more, it still works. And I'm not going to bore you with all that. I'm just trying to show you that when I add this specific, at least, configuration, and if I do the same thing, it doesn't matter. I could do the same thing with the Hornet that I have here, that you just get. I don't have a Hornet. That's just what you get if you have Arena Commander. If I configure its guns, the same thing will happen. There just will be no, if I did it with the 300i, same thing would happen. If I configure the guns, a specific way how I want them. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of this now, and I pray to God that that it actually doesn't work how it was before, so it doesn't make me a liar. So, once again, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, here I am again.
There are multiple
Com
hostiles
stab,
inbound.
tab, stab, whatever. Get out of there. It's going to be such a hard thing to get used to if they keep it like that. It's not even funny for my feeble mind. But anyways, I got this particular setup now, right? Oops. Hold the phone. Ah, much better. Ah, okay. So this is surprising. See, it's not working. Because actually, when I've put this setup on this ship before, this has not happened. You're not even able to see what we're seeing now when I originally did this. So actually, it's not working. So you're just going to have to take my word for it that it has happened. So now it's leading me to believe that it was just a glitch, like it didn't completely load correctly or something when I got into it. Let's push the tracking thing. See, now it's working. So it just made me a liar, but I swear to you guys, I wouldn't be making this video if it didn't do it. So I'm just letting you know that, trust me, what you're seeing here, all this red, beautiful redness, and being able to see the enemy ships from your friendly ships, you can't even see that. At best, what you could do is when there was a ship in range, you could push, I don't even know what that is for the controller, but for the keyboard, it's like the Y control. It's like the Y button, which is like, it's like the closest proximity enemy, and it's not even enemy. It's just the closest proximity ship, which means it could be a friendly ship. And so, of course, this is making me out to be a liar, and I don't want to go much further on with this video. Now I'm being friggin' attacked. Leave me alone. Leelon, you're attacking me. I'm just trying to have a normal conversation here. And like how it has all the red arrows of where the guys are at and all that is not, it doesn't, again, I'm going to say it doesn't work, but now it's making me to be out to be a liar. And so, what is this stuff? Oh, blacking out. I can't believe you actually black out in an Aurora. I mean, really? Take this, you sucker! Take this, you sucker! You're dead, you just don't know. But your feet show it. Oh, he died. Too bad, so sad. Anyway, so overall, I guess I made this video for absolutely nothing. Because it worked, it made me out to be a liar, so all I can assume is maybe it was just a glitch, but it happened more than once. It happened like 2 or 3 different times, and you cannot correct it and go back into it again unless you just completely close out of the entire game and then, you know, re-enter it again as if you were going into your hangar, you know, for the first time again. But yeah, got another one. Get out of there. But yeah, all I can say is trust me, it did happen. Now maybe that has always happened. It is glitchy. After all, this is, you know, pre-alpha / alpha, whatever it is. So just for let's sit here a second. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna crash into some rocks. Oh, okay, there they are again. So yeah. Tracking.
Scanning.
Yep, it's working. So maybe it was just a glitch on my part. Maybe it didn't load correctly.
Target acquired.
Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, guys, sorry to waste your time, I guess, but you'll have to just trust me that
Enemy down.
that yeah, it did not work, and it did it numerous times. So just not like it was 1 or 2 times. It did it numerous times. So anyway, let me know what you think. Maybe you've experienced something like this or not, or whatever. even though in the last several videos I've made now, no one's even left a comment. So I know somebody's watching them. They just don't seem too impressed, I guess, with the videos. I just thought I'd get my thoughts and opinions out there. A lot of other guys have. These are just sort of my takes on the different things, especially updates that I understand they're improving the game, but at the same time, some of the things that you do without, technically improving them. But anyway, that's just my opinion on it, I guess. And I know it's still extremely early. I can't be too overly excited about this game. One of the best games in the history of video games. I never thought I had to, and I get into I'm hoping I'm going to be able to accomplish Squadron 42, because as you can plainly tell, I'm not exactly the best dogfighter. In fact, I completely suck at dogfighting, but I'm wondering, I might have to get a friend to finish it for me. So I can reap the rewards from it, because, yeah. Come on, baby. Die! Die! Jeez. Okay. Well, that's the end of this, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll leave me a half of a comment this time as to if you've experienced any of this, what you think about this comms tab or comms stab being on or off, which is just really frustrating the hell out of me. Did you have a controller issue with your joystick that you had to reconfigure that I didn't have to do before? Yeah, let me know what you think. And have you had the issue to where your radar locking system, tracking system didn't work after you messed with the ship a little bit? Because I guarantee you guys, I swear, right hand to God, that it happened. And it happened several times. Now, maybe it's just like I said, the thing didn't load correctly. There was just a little bit of a hiccup with the system. I don't know, but nonetheless, there you go. It didn't work for me this time. Made me a liar. Anyways, we'll talk to you later, guys, on the next video. Again, if there even is a next video, I keep saying that and making more videos, so. Talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.